What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. I am Denny Moss, and this video right here is because my analytics said they bring you to this channel. We come to your channel to see this. Guess what it was? Hashtag respiratory therapist. Y'all, I don't even talk a lot about my job, but since my analytics said that's what bring y'all here, then we're gonna talk about it, because why not? If y'all want to see, y'all gonna see it. I'm shooting right now at the postcard cabin. My hair looks a mess. Anyway, I'm shooting at the postcard cabin out in New Orleans. Allegedly, it was in New Orleans. It's not New Orleans. It's in Mississippi. That's a whole different state. Okay? So that's what y'all are gonna see right now. But look how pretty. We're nothing but we're one with nature. Okay? We're one with nature. And all we've been doing is resting and getting tons of quietness. Okay, so let's get into it. My name is Denny Moss. I've been a respiratory therapist for 18 years, and I'm just gonna do like a Q&A about respiratory therapy. So whether you're thinking about becoming a respiratory therapist or just curious as to what I do because you're nosy, ain't nothing wrong with that, because I'm nosy too, we're going to get into it. To me, I think the most common question is, what is a respiratory therapist? And it's just a healthcare professional that's pretty much specialized in treating like patients with breathing and cardiopulmonary issues. So that's pretty much what we do. If you think about breathing problems, you're thinking about asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, which y'all hear like COPD. We do newborns, neos, all the way up to adults. So that's what we do. We treat everybody. We see everybody. That's like the basic level of what a respiratory therapist is. I don't know why my hair is bothering me, but y'all didn't come see this because of my hair. Don't focus on it because I'm not doing it over. Okay, so that's respiratory 101. Pretty much treating breathing problems and COPD problems, okay? So that's the big gist of it. And I think the second common question is, why did I become a respiratory therapist? That's a common question that I get all the time, especially from my patients. I'm very compassionate. I love people. I love my community, and I want to dabble in healthcare. Not only that, I wanted a job that was secure and that would pay pretty good every 2 weeks or once a week. It didn't matter as long as I got paid, okay? Those are the basics as to why I became a respiratory therapist. But honestly, it checked out every box. I wanted to be like involved in my community. I want to dabble in healthcare, but I didn't want to be anything but a RT, you know? So I feel like, why not? Like, checked off everything in my box. And on top of that, I've been doing it for 18 years. I started respiratory professionally when I was 21 years old. I've been at my facility since 2008. I left a couple of years for COVID just because of money. And I feel like even though I'm always there for my community, I feel like my community was safer than others that was in my state. So yeah, I think it's about to rain. Yeah, so that's why I became a respiratory therapist. I wanted to do all that. And on top of that, right now I'm getting another degree as well, but we're not going to talk about that. We're just talking about respiratory. Okay, that's why I became one. And another common question is like, what's the training? I get this all the time. I get it all the time. They be like, oh, well, how do you become a respiratory therapist? Like, do you got to go to college for 2 years, 4 years? Like, what's the path of becoming a respiratory therapist? The basics, because I love to talk about basics. The basic way to become a respiratory therapist, if you go to like a community college or whatever training college that they have, most of them are 2 years, and you can go and you can sit for a board exam. So you sit for a board exam, and once you pass that board exam, you can become a registered respiratory therapist. So you can do 2 years. But if you want advancement, or you just want to work at like an acute care facility that has like magnet level, like those high-end facilities, like I work at one of the magnet facilities, you will have to get your bachelor's, and you will have to get like you know, you're going to have to do an advanced career training. It may take your bachelor's, but the basics is 4 years. Now, does it pay differently? I don't know. Like, my facility goes by market. The market for your pay is, y'all, I told y'all I'm out in the woods. It is based on the number of years. It used to be something else that was just, I felt like was unnecessary, but now it's the number of years, which is very appropriate for any job. But yeah, I did my 2 years between a major university and a community college. Then I went on to graduate from the University of Texas Medical Branch. Just got my bachelor's degree. So yeah, that's the basics. You could do 2 years, but always go for your 4 year, get your advanced career. I think that's the best way to do it. And just know respiratory therapists can work everywhere. You could work for an acute care facility. You could work at an LTAC. You could work for home health. You could work for rehab. You could work with babies all the way up to the adults. So you do have a wide range of places that you can work and you can specialize in. And we also do have PFT labs, pulmonary function testing labs. And some of them, they don't even have like a 12-hour shift. Some of them have regular hours, like 9 to 5, weekends, holidays off. You could do bronch labs, all that. So you could work everywhere with this degree, okay? It's not just hospital. It's everywhere. Another common question is like, what do you do? Like, how's your day? What's a typical day like? Because I work at a critical care hospital, it's a long 12-hour shift. So typically it's controlled chaos like normal. I could be doing ventilator rounds in the ICUs, managing a cold, calming down somebody who needs a breathing treatment, or, you know, teaching a patient how to use their inhaler. Either way, no 2 days are the same. So it's always something. It's always keeping me on my toes. It keeps me loving the field. It keeps me grounded. And it keeps me around my community where I'm teaching. So a typical day is never the same. It's never the same, okay? So you'll have times where you're sitting back on call, and you'll have times where all 12 hours you're on your feet and saving lives, which is amazing to me. A common question is, what's the hardest part of my job? It's the emotional stuff, to be honest. Like, watching someone struggle to breathe is super heavy to me. Like, I hate that. And I guess that's why I became a respiratory therapist, is because I was young and my friends were young and we were like 9 or 10 years old. And I remember her coming to my house for a slumber party, and we literally had a ball Friday and Saturday. And then, you know, Sunday morning she went home, and Monday they called and said she passed away from a bad asthma attack. And that really hurts. So watching somebody struggle to breathe and all that kind of stuff, it's the toughest part. And then losing patience is also tough, but you know, I'm there for these moments, and I realized that this was my calling. The most rewarding part of my journey, because I think that comes with the toughest part, is the most rewarding part of my journey, is seeing someone who was on the brink of death and boom, they're totally healthy. Like seeing patients come back in to the hospital and saying, you remember you was my RT and I was down bad and da 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 da, and now I'm doing so much better. Like, that's the most rewarding part of my job. And if that was possible for everybody, I'll do it, but you never know. So I think that's why I continue to do it. But y'all, the cabin and the trees, I have to like keep my drink covered. It's like wood chips falling everywhere, so I might be having a wood chip in my tooth. You know, just ignore it if you see it. Okay. Everybody did not know what respiratory was until freaking COVID came. I would tell people, literally, I'm a nurse. I'm a breathing nurse. And people would be like, oh, okay. But if you say respiratory, you would have had to spend an additional 5 minutes explaining what respiratory is. And that was like, It was just too much. But when COVID-19 came, oh my God, it flipped everything. We went from behind the scenes to like in front of the scene, but we were never really behind the scenes. Everybody just wanted to know more about it because everybody was like, oh, we really want to thank respiratory. If it wasn't for respiratory, a lot of these people wouldn't be living. And everybody just knew of one profession, which was, well, two professions, but we were never one of the two. We always been behind the scene. And a lot of people call us gate kept because we make really good money, but nobody knows who we are. So it really changed the scene for us. We became like these, who is this person? To, oh my God, it's a frontline hero. It's a hero. We ain't that no more, y'all. They ain't even giving us pizza parties no more. But, you know, that's another story. So, yeah, I feel like a lot of us really was ahead of our time because of COVID-19. We was just chilling. Now you see classes of 30 when you went from classes to 5 to 10. Now it's 30. So I guess that's a good thing that when COVID hit, it brought us to the forefront and we can get people in and say, hey, you know, we're actual short on respiratory therapists. We need tons of RTs, tons, because, you know, we're not talked about. We're gate kept. And okay, yeah, that's cool. But come on, y'all, to join the respiratory family. Okay. This is not so much of a question. I just want to put this in the forefront to let y'all know that respiratory therapists are not just breathing people, okay? We are critical care clinicians, okay? We are very vital to saving lives. Just like everybody else, we are very vital. ABCs, airway, breathing, compressions. We are the A in the ABCs, airway. Okay, I just want to tell y'all, if y'all see y'all RTs, please put some respect on their careers because they are very much so needed, and we're always there. Okay, I just want to say that before we move further into the next common question, which is, I get this a lot. What is my advice for new grads? Be humble. Ask questions. Never stop learning. Okay? Be humble. Ask questions. Never stop learning. And remember, patients are people. They're not just a room number and they're not a diagnosis. And I feel like that's for everybody. Be humble. Ask questions. Never stop learning because that could take you so far in life, in your journey. I think that's why I'm back in school because I love learning. I'm stupid, dumb, humbled. And it's just something about like relating to a person. So that's the advice I have. Like, I don't have any respiratory advice besides that. Okay, I feel like that's a life advice. Be humble, never stop learning, and always ask questions because this field is continuing with education every day, every year. It's always something new, okay? So I would say that to my new grads, have fun. And I'm not going to go into bully culture and none of that kind of stuff because just take care of yourself. That's all I have to say. Yeah. Just take care of yourself. Okay, this is a really good question. The question states, do you ever regret becoming an RT? Do I ever regret becoming a respiratory therapist? I don't think so because I'm still passionate about what I do. I still love it. I came in, I remember being this little 18-year-old girl and I was like, look, I just want to make a lot of money. I want to be involved in my community and I still want to do healthcare, whether it was pharmacy or some in the medical field. I knew I wanted to do it. So I feel like respiratory checked out all my boxes. And no, I don't regret ever becoming an RT. It's still a pretty dope career and it's pretty advanced. It's always, like I said in my last question, it's always something to learn. So I don't regret it. It's always been a wild ride. And if y'all know me from this YouTube channel, y'all know I'm wild. I love spontaneous things. That's probably why y'all see me out here in these woods, and I don't like the woods, and I don't even like bugs. And as soon as this is over, I'm going in there and take a shower. But I wouldn't trade it. Well, I actually am trading it because I'm in law school right now, but it's to just further what I'm learning. It's compiled onto what I'm doing now. So no, I'm gonna always be a respiratory therapist. I'm gonna always maintain my license. I'm gonna always maintain my credentials because it's been so important to me. And if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have been doing it for 18 years. So no, I don't have any regrets to becoming a respiratory therapist. Yeah, if y'all are thinking about it, please look into it. And if y'all have questions, please let me know. I think I'm done with most of the common questions and just like stating and putting it out there that we really do need more respiratory therapists in the country. And I would really love for y'all to at least look into it and put some respect on respiratory therapists because they are critical care clinicians. Say that 3 times super fast. Critical care clinicians. But thank y'all for rocking with me. And I only did this because because my analytics told me that y'all come to my channel to see it. I just want to give y'all some stuff, and if y'all have any questions or comments, drop them down and I'll do a part 2 if necessary. Don't forget to take a deep breath and like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.